Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9 Var Commons. We are on Koharu and Kakeru's path, and we just started chapter 3. In the last chapter, Kakeru lost out to a strawberry plant. And to find out what that means, you can go back and watch that last chapter if you haven't already watched it. But for now, let's continue on with the story. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read to you. You shouldn't have to dig too deep, okay? That should be good enough. Shortly after Mr. Strawberry's first flower bloomed, we decided to transplant him into the fields on the second floor. We originally planned to wait until the whole harvest was done, but Yuika decided he wanted to see Mr. Strawberry grow more. He said it was because he'd never raised strawberries before and was curious about how it would go, but somehow I don't think that was the only reason. I already almost killed Mr. Strawberry once, but Yuika kept insisting that it wasn't because of that. No, this is because I watered poor Mr. Strawberry too much. Good. It's getting its leaves back. The stems are thickening, and it's a healthy dark green. It's growing pretty fast. Really? Yep. It knows just how much you care for it. I'll be happy, of course. And being demure would be weird for her. That's great! I'm so happy! Man, that's one lucky strawberry plant. Lucky? How so? Oh, you mean because he's healthy and growing really well now? He just really loves cute, clueless little girls, huh? Can you spare a moment? Oh, hi Mikoto! Have you seen Itsuki anywhere? No, can't say that we have. You see if he's off hanging out with Heishi and the others? Despite the attacks, that insufferable lout refuses to change his lazy ways. It looks like Mikoto and Mr. Sakuya are together again today. Well, they have to be because they're partners, but I heard they've been friends for so long they're always together anyway. Though you two certainly seem to be enjoying a pretty leisurely day in the garden, too. Maybe I'm the fool for being so concerned. Now, Mikoto. We rely on these fields for much of the food we eat. Yeah, the fact that you get to eat good, healthy food every day is thanks to me. Easy on the smugness. Why bother with all the fuss of digging in the dirt anyway? You can make them ripe with a mere thought. Going through all this fuss makes them taste better. Plants recognize when people put love and care into them. Mikoto and Yuika stared at each other hard, talking about serious things. For some strange reason, it suddenly feels really chilly here. Looking at it another way, it's thanks to your constant patrolling that we can concentrate on working on the fields without distractions. We're trusting you. I hope you realize that. Trust? Oh, that's right. Somebody told me once that Mikoto and Yuika are the same age. They're both such reasonable people, so it's no wonder they trust each other. Really? Well, I hope that you would show more concern for your partner. She is a lady. All this gardening has made her filthy. Huh? Mikoto pulled out a pristine white hanky and started wiping at the dirt on my face and clothes. Oh no, your pretty hanky will get all dirty. It's fine. Now hold still, sheesh. Remember that you are a lady. Ladies have to be more concerned with staying clean. Just ladies? Why? Why? Because it's proper for a lady to be clean and presentable at all times. Oh, that's right. My book on manners said something like that too. A proper and polite young lady must always keep herself clean and her clothing presentable and neat. It sounded just like what princesses in fairy tales did. All the princesses loved by their princes looked really pretty all day long. Princess. Loved by their princes. I'm sorry. Is there something on my face? Are you staring at us? Mikoto, I want to be just like you. Can I study you, please? Study a person? Huh? What? Huh? What? You want me to be a role model for you? I would have no idea what to do. I'm not really sure what I need to do to properly act like a lady. But if I can watch what you do and copy it, then maybe someday I'll learn how to properly act like a young lady. True, Mikoto does tend to maintain proper manners and etiquette, no matter what the situation may be. Proper manners and etiquette doesn't help too much when your personality is as warped as hers, if you ask me. You are the last person to be lecturing anyone on their warped personality. Mikoto! All right. You may study some of the things I do, but do not copy everything. I am only human, and I make mistakes sometimes. More like you constantly make mistakes. I do not! Thank you, Mikoto. I'll be very careful not to copy the mistakes. Good. We will leave you to your gardening. Oh, try not to get yourself too covered in dirt. Where are we going? We are going to look for Itsuki, remember? Come, we need to find him. Why would you want your role model to be that bossy stuck-up priss? Where'd that come from? That's a very good question. What? You don't know yourself? Now that he mentions it, it does feel like it was pretty spontaneous. Why did I want to do that? I guess now that you've lived around people a lot, new emotions are starting to take root. Take root? Are emotions like plants then? Did they grow and bloom just like flowers? That sounds wonderful! I wonder what a happiness flower or a fun flower would look like. Emotions is a plant, huh? Yuika? Did you know there are some plants out there that have poisonous roots? The roots let that poison seep out deep in the ground, and it kills off other plants that are nearby. The dead plants rot and become fertilizer for the poisonous plants, which then grow pretty flowers. And that's your botanical trivia for the day. Trivia? Yeah, sorry it wasn't anything useful. Come on, we have other plants to take care of. Weird. Was it just me, or did Yuika look a little different when he was saying that? He looked sad, almost like he was in pain. But that's not all. There was something else there, but what was it? Could it be a feeling whose roots haven't grown within me yet? Plants with poisonous roots. It sounded a lot like the story he told me before about the carnivorous plants. Yuika can make such lovely flowers bloom, but it seems like he only wants to talk about the scary and dangerous parts of the plant world. Why did he decide to tell me those stories? He said that the one about the carnivorous plants was just to scare me. But is that really all? Oh no! Look at how far ahead he's getting. I must hurry and catch up. Phew. Phew, I shouldn't have gotten all lost in thought like that. I almost got left behind. Wow, Yuika got dirt on his ear? How'd he do that? He got his pretty green earring all dirty. Oh, I should do what Mikoto did. I reached out my hand towards his cheek. Yuika, you have dirt in your hair. Oh. For a moment, I didn't realize what happened. I was so stunned by the look on Yuika's face. The top of my hand was red and stung fiercely. But whatever pain there was drowned out my surprise. Not because Yuika had slapped my hand away, but because of the look of pure terror and pain on his face. I'm sorry. No, what are you apologizing for? This was my fault. That had to hurt too. Sorry. He took my red hand and started rubbing it gently. I'm not used to people reaching for my earring. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Man, I suck at this. What? No, you don't. No, I do. I'm still nowhere near that strawberry plant's league. Mr. Strawberry? Wait, didn't Mr. Itsuki say something like that before? Miss Priss was right. I'm a worthless partner for letting you get so dirty. Huh? Do I look funny? No, not funny. Your expression just screams. I'm so worried about you, Yuiga, right now. Well, I like your smiling face much better. I'm sorry I smacked you like that. I wonder, is there something that's making him feel so sad? Maybe something that has to do with his earring? Yuiga put a smile on his face. Not his usual one. This was as bright as the sun. Looking at this one made my chest hurt. I like Yuika's real smiles better, too. And Anyway, let's get to work, okay? Okay! Ooh, today's lunch is stewed potatoes. It looks really yummy. Nanami, how many bowls of rice are you going to eat? All those calories are not good for you. Sheesh. Mikoto sighed and stood up to leave. Aren't you going to have any more, Mikoto? No, it's best to eat until you are about 3/4 full. Overeating is bad for your digestion and can cause many health problems. Oh, I see. Only eat until I'm 3/4 full. Well, guess I'll listen to her. Are you going to eat that? If you don't want it, I'll eat it. As she said that, Nanami snatched a chunk of potato from my plate with her chopsticks. But Mikoto just said that it isn't good to eat too much. That's not a problem for me. I'm not as delicate as her. Oh, I see. It's harder to be a proper young lady than I thought. Oh, I'm so hungry. I wonder if eating snacks is something a proper young lady is allowed to do. Oh look, there's Mikoto! Mikoto was striding away from me, her long pretty hair fluttering behind her. Her hair really is long and pretty. The fairy tale princess has long hair too, I think. Long hair. How about you try cutting your hair? People say that long hair gives you some kind of power, right? So if you cut it... That's right. I can't let my hair get too long. Her tummy just rumbled. Well, that was a cute little noise. Mr. Itsuki! Are you okay? Haven't you eaten lunch yet? I have to hold back in order to become closer to being a proper young lady. Oh, a proper lady, hmm? What brought this up? Well, you see... I told Mr. Itsuki about how Mikoto was my role model now, and I was copying what she did in order to learn how to be a girl correctly. In the end, he gave me a big happy smile. Oh, really? It seems spring will finally come to the ship after all. Spring? Didn't spring already start a long time ago? Oh, I meant a different kind of spring. But never mind that. Anyway, who was it you decided you wanted to be a proper girl for? Huh? Come on now. You don't have to hide it. You can tell me about it. Who did I do it for? Does deciding to be a proper young lady always have to be for someone's sake? What? It isn't? I'm not really sure. Mr. Sakuya is always with Mikoto, right? I thought that might be because Mikoto is pretty and is a proper young lady. So if I do what she does... Ah, so you want to be proper so that you can be with somebody? Do I want to be with somebody? Am I trying to be a proper young lady so that I can be with Yuika? So, does that mean I'm doing it for his sake? I could never abandon a pretty lady who has troubles on her mind. So, just wait here a minute, would you? I have just the thing for you. Mr. Itsuki trots off for a few minutes. He returned with a red kimono. Sorry to keep you waiting. Well, what do you think of this kimono? He held it up for me to see. It was a pretty red with flowers and butterflies on it. Oh, how cute! It's just the perfect shade of red, not too garish at all. It will complement your hair. He held the kimono out to me. Oh, no! I couldn't possibly accept a gift this big.
It's not a big thing, really. I bought several of them along, just in case I found a lover or two once we reached our destination. Besides, this wasn't mine in the first place. It'll be fine, take it.
But...
Really, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This one wouldn't look good on her anyway.
Her?
Kimonos are nice, but seeing the girl you like wearing the clothes she likes isn't so bad either.
Sometimes Mr. Itsuki says strange things.
Anyway, that kimono is just gathering dust with me. Take it.
Alright. Thank you very much. I don't think I've ever had a kimono before. If I wear this, will Yuika...
Hey, Koharu. Just because you're pretty or cute, or act like a proper young lady, isn't enough to make a guy want to stay with you. Remember that, okay?
Mr. Itsuki gave me a kind smile before he turned and walked away. Huh. Now what? I can't sleep. 2 hours had passed since I went back to my room after getting the kimono from Mr. Itsuki. I stared at it. The fabric felt very soft and smooth, and it was the warm, deep red of sunset. I'd even found a book in the library that showed how to put it on. All I need to do now was try to wear it. But the more I look at it, the less it feels like something that's right for me. And besides, if I accidentally started any fires, they'd burn the pretty kimono right up. Pretty much any outfit but this uniform would burn up, really.
This uniform is specially made so that it won't burn, even if lit on fire. It is still much too big for you. But when you are old enough that it fits, a ship will come to get you. Be a good girl and wait here for it.
Back then, I was just too happy to have the traveler come see me. I stayed there and waited, and finally the ship came. Now that I've been here a while, I decided I wanted to be with Yuga. And I wanted to be a proper girl. It's strange, I've had so many of my wishes granted just by being on this ship, but I keep coming up with more and more things that I want. Maybe I've become greedy. All that thinking left my head feeling heavy, and the cool breeze helped clear it a little. There are many uniforms like this on the ship. As long as I wear it, I won't have to worry about setting my clothes on fire. But Cinderella would never have met the prince if she hadn't worn that dress.
Just because you're pretty or cute, or act like a proper young lady, isn't enough to make a guy want to stay with you.
If that's true, then what else do I have to do to make someone want to stay with me? Huh? Oh, look at that! Mr. Ron and Nanami? I wonder what they're doing out at this hour. Maybe they're thinking about things to do.
Koharu.
Yuya! What are you doing here?
That's my line. It's dangerous to be walking outside at this hour. You could run into Itsuki. Is he the most dangerous thing on this ship?
Yuiga, that's mean. You make it sound like Mr. Itsuki is some kind of bear or wolf.
Maybe, but no, that's not really the kind of dangerous I meant.
So, what are you doing out here?
Patrolling. Mikoto and her crew takes care of it during the day. I'm the one who keeps an eye out on things at night.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. He works in the fields all day, then patrols at night. That's a whole lot of work for one person. It'll wear you right out. Don't push yourself.
Not really. Besides, even if I wanted to let someone else do it, I don't really trust all of them. Masamune's already got extra duties as our contact point with the world. He's the last person we need dropping from exhaustion.
Okay. I feel so bad about leaving all this work for Yuiga to do by himself. Together, we walked over to the water's edge. It was a quiet place where the only sound was the babbling of running water.
Does your hand still hurt?
My hand. Has he been worried over what happened yesterday this whole time? No, it's all better now. I'm very sorry. I tried to touch something that was so important without asking you first.
No, it's fine. So, how's the learning how to be a proper lady thing going for you? You pick up anything else yet?
No, it's a lot harder than I thought.
Oh?
Yeah, properly behaving at mealtimes is going to be very hard for me.
Don't tell me you're not eating.
I'm eating some. I'm trying to eat only until I'm 3/4 full.
3/4 full, eh? That doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
So, I'm trying really, really hard to... Wait,
He loves her more hearing her stomach grumble.
Aww.
3/4 full isn't bad, but don't starve yourself. Your stomach is agreeing with me.
Yuiga, Mr. Sakaya is a really nice and elegant person, right? So is Mikoto. She's nice and pretty and responsible.
I can't say I agree with all that, but go ahead, continue.
Don't you think they're just like the prince and princess that appear in fairy tales?
Fairy tales.
Yeah, all the fairy tales I've read end the same way. The prince and princess get married and then live happily ever after. I don't know why, but I can't seem to get those stories out of my head. It makes me think that if I could be like Mikoto, like the princess, then maybe I could get to stay together with my prince too.
And so that's why you came up with the idea to make her your role model.
I thought if I could act like a proper girl, then you would be happy. But it's a lot harder than I expected, and I'm not good at it.
Oh, she finally acknowledged him.
I can't let my hair grow out, and I can't choose what clothes I wear. No matter how hard I try to model myself after Mikoto, it's not going to work for me.
When did I say I wanted you to act more girly?
Huh?
I don't remember saying that. If I gave you that impression somehow, I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention at all.
No, it's not your fault. I thought it up all on my own. I just wanted to find some way that I could stay with you.
I'm not the kind of guy who's happy hanging out with just any girl. Take Mikoto. I couldn't care less about her. Well, okay, she's competent, but I really can't deal with her all the time. I can tolerate her for maybe, like, 5 minutes at a time, max. So why don't you stop trying to be like this thing or that thing? I'm already pretty satisfied with you the way that you are right now.
Who am I right now? Even if I eat a lot?
Well, just don't overeat, but eat what you want, okay? Otherwise, you won't have any energy.
Even if I get my clothes dirty?
I mean, you're not deliberately wallowing in mud. I'll just make sure to dust you off before Mikoto gets mad next time.
Even if I can't let my hair grow out?
Your hair? I don't have a preference.
Even if my power is fire, too? Fire that would burn all of your pretty plants to ash. Would you still want to be with me?
Take your time. We don't need to rush through all this right this minute.
Okay. I wonder, will there ever be a day when I can tell Yuiga everything? What look will he have on his face when he hears what my power is? She seems to be able to control it. She hasn't set anything on fire since she's been on the ship. I think she could wear the kimono.
You know, it's not fair for me to sit here and let you do all the talking. Let me tell you about my earring.
Yuiga reached up and gently touched his ear. The green earring glowed softly in the moonlight.
It looks silver to me. This is an heirloom from my late father.
His father?
The two of us used to travel around the world, and then, right before I turned 10, he just up and died, leaving me all by myself. All I got from him was this earring. Sheesh, he was such a terrible father. Total loser. He was so bad it's almost funny.
Did he get sick?
Nope, killed. His murderer is still on the loose, too. I spoke to the police, but they couldn't do anything.
Oh no! You had to survive all alone too, after your father died?
Huh? No. I still had my powers. Since they're pretty useful to people, the nearby village took me in and let me stay there.
Oh, okay. So your powers saved you, helping you earn somewhere to live. That's nice. Really, really nice.
What, didn't yours? Are they something that's, not so useful for you? Sorry, forget that. I just said we didn't need to rush things, didn't I? Let's just call it a night, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much for telling me such an important story about your past.
Thanks for opening up to me, too. Good night.
Good night. I left Yuga and went back to my room. It was really late at night, but thanks to our conversation, I felt a lot better than before. I'm glad we had a chance to talk. I didn't know that his father was dead. He said his father traveled, though. I wonder if the traveler I know would have known him. Now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I last saw this traveler. It's been, almost 2 years, I think? Poor Yuiga. I can't imagine how hard it must be for him that his father was killed.
Did you know there are some plants out there that have poisonous roots? The roots let that poison seep out deep into the ground, and it kills off other plants that are nearby. The dead plants rot and become fertilizer for the poisonous plant, which then grows pretty flowers.
And he told me that story. Was he talking about himself?
Maybe he was talking about you, because you're a pretty flower.
I wonder, does he think there's a poisonous flower growing inside his heart? I think Yuiga was hiding something, just like I was. He's holding on to something, he just can't say. Your own father being killed isn't something that you just laugh off. I'm still too scared to talk about my powers. I don't want anybody to hate me.
And the guide says don't watch, so I won't watch it. We'll do that at a later date. And in fact, I should save here to be able to branch back for the bad ending later on.
I didn't sleep very well. Oh, I'm super hungry too. I don't think I'm going to do the 3/4 full thing anymore. I'll just eat until I'm full.
Morning, Koharu.
Mr. Itsuki, good morning.
Did you try on the kimono I gave you yesterday?
Not yet. I'm actually thinking I should return it to you.
What, don't you like it?
No, it's not that. I think it's very, very pretty, in fact, but... It's just, now I think I know what you meant when you said that just being pretty or proper isn't enough to keep you with the person. I'm not sure exactly what's enough, but I think I have a better idea now, at least.
Huh.
For some reason, even though I said I was going to give his present back, Mr. Itsuki gave me a happy smile. Then he said under his breath,
I guess he's not going to take losing to a plant lying down after all. I really like Itsuki a lot. I mean, from the way I've seen him act during this playthrough and that other playthrough with Sakuya, I really like him. Oh, I don't know how Sakuya lost to him. Well, I mean, it's because it was Sakuya's route, but I would just be like, oh, never mind you, Sakuya, I'm going for Itsuki. Oi, where the crap is everyone? Everyone on a diet? Because if you think you can walk into breakfast late and get food, you're wrong.
Huh? I'm not the last one? I looked around the dining hall. Mr. Masamune, Mr. Senri, and Yuiga weren't there. It's really sad, but it's not unusual at all for Mr. Senri to miss meals. But Mr. Masamune and Yuiga are usually on time. Well, why aren't they here yet? I'll go check on them. Mr. Masamune, it's Koharu. Are you in?
Hold on a minute. What's wrong? Is something the matter?
No, I'm fine, but, it's breakfast time and we didn't see you or Yuiga down in the dining hall.
What? It's already breakfast time. Sorry, I was looking after Kakeru. Seems he's gotten sick.
Oh no! Is he going to be alright?
I took him to the Hyokos for a checkup, but it looks like he's caught something nasty. He's got a really high fever.
Oh no!
I'll handle taking care of him. Could you let everyone know to stay clear until I can confirm he's over it?
Huh? Why?
The ship is big, but it's still an enclosed area. If he's contagious, we could have a mini epidemic on our hands.
I guess that would be bad if everybody got sick at the same time. I'll be okay. I won't catch it. I haven't had a cold in a really, really long time.
That's probably because you didn't come into contact with people for a long time.
Huh?
Illness is usually caused by things like bacteria or viruses. Without human contact, you'd have less of a chance to encounter them. On the flip side, that means your immune system may be weaker than most.
Bacteria, virus, immune system? Hearing so many terms I didn't know all at once made me feel uneasy.
Go on, you need to stay away too.
I'm sorry, I can't.
What?
I'm Yuga's partner. I'm not supposed to leave him alone.
But...
You're our contact to the world, right? You're our contact with the world, right? Yuga said it would be very bad if you weren't able to do your job.
Well, that is true.
It won't matter much if I get sick. I don't have any important duties to do, so please let me be the one to take care of him.
You're wrong on one thing. It does matter if you get sick. Nobody will be happy to see that.
Okay.
One of the medical Hyokos is already helping him. Do whatever it needs, okay? Don't push yourself, okay? If anything happens, let me know right away. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Poor Yuga. It looks like he's in pain. He was fine just yesterday. He really must have been pushing himself too hard. Yuga laid in his bed limp, just looking pale and listless. Every few minutes his body would be racked by a painful-sounding coughing fit. Yuga. Don't worry, Yuga. You'll be fine. We'll make sure you get better real soon. Dr. Hyoko, let me help. What do you need me to do? Together, Dr. Hyoko and I took care of Yuiga. Since he couldn't eat, Dr. Hyoko gave him a shot. He looked like he felt a little better after it.
Exactly where did he give him that shot? And what is in that thing? That does not look like an intravenous shot to me. I mean, that would... Oh, good lord, you'd be like bleeding forever from a wound from that thing. I don't think that was a pleasant shot at all.
Right now he only looks better because of the medicine. We have to stay watchful. Who's that?
Hey, how's Kakeru doing?
He's doing okay for now. The medicine Dr. Hyoko gave him is working.
Ah, man, he was the last guy I expected to get taken down by a cold. You guys are supposed to be staying away so you don't get sick. I guess we dumped too much work on him. What, he can't even eat?
No, not right now, no.
What are you looking depressed for, Akito? I'm not depressed. Relax, man. I'm sure he'll be well enough to enjoy your great cooking again. Before you know it, you can cheer up. Damn it, I just told you I'm not depressed. Come on, don't try to hide it from me, man. I know better than anyone else that you're just a big softy on the inside.
He does? Oh, that's right. Somebody told me that Mr. Heishi's powers have to do with reading people's hearts. I guess that must be why he knows what Mr. Akito is like on the inside.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! You stay away from me and knock that off, goddammit. Oh man, he left. Oh well, I'll stop by to check on you guys later. Take care of him, Kay?
I will, thank you. That's right, I'm not the only one who would worry about Yuika's health. I have to take the best care of him that I can. Time flew by as I sat by his side, wiping the sweat off his face and helping Dr. Hyoko get his medicine shots ready. Sometimes he would just lie there, deathly still. Other times he would moan words I could almost make out. I guess the fever wasn't the only thing that pained him. He was probably having a nightmare too. Yuiga!
Dad. Dad.
Yuiga!
The two of us used to travel around the world, but then, just before I turned 10, he just up and died, leaving me all by myself. All I got from him was this earring. Sheesh, he was such a terrible father. Total loser. He was so bad it's almost funny.
There's nothing funny about losing your father at all. Look at how much it's making you suffer. What do I do? Is there anything I can do to help him? He was always smiling, being cheerful, and helping everyone out. But inside, he was hiding so much pain. Which is the real Yuiga? The happy, cheerful him, or the one who's lying here in pain? What can I do to help him?
You're making weird faces again.
Yuiga, you're awake!
Yeah.
Here, please try to drink some water. Dr. Hiyoko said it would be bad if you got dehydrated.
Thanks.
He gingerly put the cup to his lips and drank. He must have been very thirsty because he drank the whole cup too, slowly. Next is trying to eat some food, but I don't think Mr. Akito is awake at this hour.
I didn't say anything weird, did I?
Nope, you didn't say anything I heard.
Oh, good. I gotta kick this stupid bug fast. I'm tired of lying around looking all pathetic already.
Well, you did catch a cold. I don't think many people look good when they're sick.
Yeah, but I hate looking weak to others.
I think he was including me and the others that he was talking about. Of course he would. He and I are simply others to one another.
Jeez, how long has it been since I last got sick? I thought I was taking care of myself.
All the stress must have caught up to you. You shouldn't push yourself so hard anymore, okay?
I guess now you have your revenge on me for me telling you to dump the eating thing. Getting sick makes me feel like I'm a little helpless kid again. All I can do is lie here, weak and powerless. It's like I've been left all alone.
Here, give me your hand.
It's sweaty.
Yuiga's hand was very hot. He must not have gotten over his fever yet. I could feel his pain, along with the heat of his hand. It doesn't work with your own hands, you know.
Huh?
Holding your hand doesn't work. It's only when you hold somebody else's hand that it makes you feel better. Maybe it's because then you know you aren't alone.
Yeah.
Both of us still held too many secrets. We were still far away from being able to really open up our hearts to one another, from being each other's prince and princess. But ever so slowly, it felt like we were becoming just a teensy bit closer together. We are getting closer. And here, with the break of dawn, we will end this video, because I've already gone a bit over, but that's alright every once in a while. So I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.